that loss last week to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Try and run the option to pick it up. And some room to work. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. But I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Looking for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
But the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
Because now, urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. But you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And they get it down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. Dances by him, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised. One play action, Fields. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. John Franklin Myers able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Handoff comes to Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Good coverage there, holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And that will come the offense as they take over. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He stiff arms it. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. The Jets on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jackson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. They're going to keep it on the ground, but he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep away. first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Fields going to keep it once more. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. On second down now, it's Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Chicago. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Hall. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, Jackson gets this to Moore. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Here's Jackson. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. And incomplete on the deep ball. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Jackson to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jackson. Yeah, he'll find Hall. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Throwing, Jackson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Back to the ground. This time Cook. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Chicago, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.